What's up, guys? This is Ted Grizzly, and this is another Pokemon X and Y random Wi-Fi battles. So this is against a friend of mine named Crizh, or if I should even, he's my acquaintance. He's my acquaintance. So this battle was actually extremely difficult, and not really difficult as in it was hard, but difficult as in I had to think a lot. I had to predict every single move he did. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this battle. So he's going to lead off with his Fearothorn, and I'm going to lead off with Carbink, because Carbink is my lead because of the rocks. So, of course, I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks. And he's going to use Power Whip and do a pretty good amount of damage to me. So I go for the Reflect just to half damage. And also, I'm using a new Greninja, not my old Greninja. And I have a Rotom, and I'm using my Mawile this match too. Oh yeah, and my Aegislash right now. So he's gonna withdraw, and he's gonna go for the Blaziken. His Blaziken does not stand out here for a long time. I was predicting it to, or not predicting, but I was actually thinking it was gonna stay out here. But I go for the Swords Dance because I knew he was gonna switch out, because the match preview. So I go for King Shield. He goes for Flare Blitz. Now here's the thing with Aegislash. He is extremely good. I don't think he'll be banned from banned to Ubers, but he is extremely good. It's just extremely hard to predict him because he has King Shields and then the Swords Dance with the Shadow Sneak. I don't have Shadow Sneak on mine, which I probably should have. But I am making a new Aegislash. This is just my Aegislash I played through the game with, and it's actually really good. And it doesn't even have a good nature. It has an impish nature. And the best nature for Aegislash is a brave nature. So that's pretty funny how he's this good. He would be better. So here's the Fennekin. Here's the Delphox. I got confused because his name is like Fennekino. So I go for King Shield to scout out what he does, and he goes for the Fire Blast. So I switch out into my Greninja named Jiraiya. Yes, his name is Jiraiya. So he goes for Fire Blast. It does a really huge amount of damage for me being a water type. There's like 40%. So he switches out into his Fearothorn. I go for the Dark Pulse, thinking that he wasn't going to switch out. But it does like a good 20%, this Dark Pulse right here. And there's Dark Pulse. Does like a good 20%, maybe even 30. So I go back into my Aegislash. He goes for the Iron Head, which is weird. He probably thought that, I don't know. But, okay, so I go for Swords Dance. To get the +2 attack, because I already used it once, so it's a +1. So, Power Whip did a good amount of damage for me to be resistant to it. And he switches out his Fearothorn, and he goes into his Delphox, and I go for the King Shield, but it fails. And then I go for the King Shield again, so I could scout out again what he does, because it is a Fire type in front of me. I don't really want to lose my Aegislash. So I go back into my Greninja, and he is at 20% right now. That is crazy. So he takes out his Greninja. I go for Dark Pulse, again thinking that he was going to stay in, which is not logical. Why would you stay in when there's a type advantage in front of you? So there's the Dark Pulse. I switch out, and I go into my Rotom. And he uses Ice Beam, and since I'm resistant to it, it does nothing. And Rotom's so small in this game. I knew he was small, but my god, he is tiny. So he goes into his Fearothorn. I use Shadow Ball. and I think he missed. No, yeah, I used Shadow Ball, and since I'm faster than him, he didn't get to go first next the turn. So then I used Thunderbolt, finished the Fearow Thorn. You know, that Fearow Thorn was a really big thorn in my side. Wow, bad puns. Don't laugh at that. So he goes for the Haxorus. I use Shadow Ball. Well, he uses Earthquake for some reason. I use Shadow Ball. I'm surprised he's faster than me, to be honest. I have a modest nature, so that's just special attack. But Rotom is just fast, like himself. So I'm actually surprised he was faster than me. So there goes my Rotom. He died. And I'm gonna take out my Mawile, the Dragon Slayer. Now, I Mega Evolve. He goes for the Poison Jab for some reason. I don't know why. So, there goes my Mawile, Mega Evolving like a Digimon. So, wouldn't it be a Digivolve? So I go for the Play Rough, finish it. And he goes back into his Delphox. I go for the Sucker Punch because I saw how much damage that Stealth Rock did, but I also was really cautious about picking it. I was actually going to go for the Crunch, but then I was just like, maybe it'll work, and it did. So he goes to his Gengar. He Mega Evolves his Gengar. His Gengar absolutely did. It literally Mega Evolved for no reason, to be honest. Because he uses Hypnosis, and Hypnosis is known for missing most of the time. Hypnosis. So yeah, it's known for missing. So I go for the Crunch. It dies. His last one is Greninja. So here comes his Greninja. I go for the Play Rough, but he goes for the Surf. And the Surf does a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. I did not think the Surf was going to do that much damage, but it does a lot of damage. And I go for the Play Rough and finish Greninja, and that is the match. Now, Play Rough is actually a really strong move. It's one of the strongest Fairy-type moves to this day. So, yeah, that was a fun match. I had to think a lot because I had to predict every single thing he did. I mean, every single thing he would do. And most of the time I was right. So, yeah, if you like this video, drop a like below, and I'll see you guys next time.